Hey, thanks for joining us for a chat here at Mums at the Table. Rach and I are going to be talking about how to keep our family safe when it comes to being online. I mean, everyone's online unless you are living off the grid, under a rock. You know, so what are some tips that we can take away to keep our kids safe, or keep our families safe?
Yeah, well, recently in the Mums at the Table magazine, Colin Anson wrote an article giving us 6 tips about how to keep our family safe online. And some of them are simple, some of them require a little bit, a little bit more savvy.
Right.
But most of them revolve around the people that we have around us in our circle. So the first one is to think about sharing selectively. Okay. So if you're sharing, think about the people who you're sharing with. Have conversations with them about your child's images and how you want them shared, what the ground rules are around them. Yeah.
So we should have discussions with other people taking photos of our children and letting them know this is okay or this is not okay. That's a new thing.
I think it's a daunting conversation because I've had to have some of those conversations with family members, and especially when there are other members of the family who don't have these same rules, it seems like you're being the overzealous parent.
But in this day and age, it's so easy for us to post online at family events, special gatherings. You just don't really think about what other parents are thinking for their own children.
Exactly.
Obviously, you know, even family, because you kind of feel a bit entitled sometimes.
Yeah, because it's your family, but making sure that everyone in the photo wants to be online.
Yes,
and
so checking, maybe making an announcement before those engagements and saying, just letting you know, these photos will be going online, so if you have a problem, step aside.
Maybe just step out of the photo. So I think having an understanding of that, having the circle of trust. So who is it that you want to have in that circle of trust? You might have an album and you might just decide to share with people in the album. So decide who you want to actually share those photos with. So you don't have to in order to share your photos, you don't necessarily need to put them on social media. You can also just share them within a shared album amongst family, among people who are in that circle of trust.
Like having a select audience.
Exactly. So another one is to understand the settings. So when you do decide to share on social media, you can just share privately with a small group.
Yes.
Making sure other people understand that as well. So if your grandmother's just getting on Facebook for the first time, she might just share everything with the world.
I do have a lot of happy family members when it comes to sharing things online, and I think having those discussions with them is so important, which takes us back to that first step.
Yep. Also understanding your metadata.
Right.
So on
the what?
Metadata. So metadata is basically giving more information about an image online. So when you go into that metadata, you can see the time, the location, sometimes the GPS coordinates.
Yes.
If it's being shared on social media, you can see the IP address, which is the address where your computer is located.
Okay.
So you can either do a screenshot so that you get rid of that metadata, or you can use a program that totally wipes that metadata off. And the risk with this is that people can know exactly where your house is located using those GPS coordinates or where your kid is. And this also brings me to another point, is that being careful what's in the photo, because now you can zoom in so close and you can get really specific details. So even when you do that screenshot, it just lowers the resolution of those photos.
So being careful, I guess, if you're taking a photo outside of your house, just to, make sure the letterbox is not there, or even the street sign.
Yeah, or even your license plate.
Yeah, okay, important.
So these are some tips that we can use to help keep our family safe online.
Thanks for those tips, Rach. I know that there's more tips on our magazine, the Mums at the Table magazine. To get your copy, just visit us at Mums at the Table. Check it out.